Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it's no fluke. The Texans are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they're going up against the Jags offense that will have a lot to deal with. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, it is set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. On first down, Bortles. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On play action, it's Bortles. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Their big tight end, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carry for Lamar Miller. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Jonathan Joseph goes under the radar a little bit as one of the better cover corners in the league, but his team knows his value. He can lock up good receivers.
Now this time Bortles will throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Here we go now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throws, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Bortles. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Bulldozes past him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the play clock's running down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Miller. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Texans send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Bortles now on first down. It's caught right side. It turns. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They'll come out in the pistol. And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
This guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that one makes it 14-7. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while they'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They come out here in the eye. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And now out comes Houston. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll look to throw here. Gets it to Strong. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They were able to pick up a big fumble last time with the ball on their side of the field. See if they can try that once more.
I love the way they hung in there, though, because a lot of the time all you're trying to do on defense is scramble and to hold your ground a little bit. They actually flipped things, didn't they? Took the ball away, created something for their own team.
And they'll be trying to create something for their team once more. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The 10th-year man from linebacker U, Paul Posluszny. Coming hard on the blitz, he dumps him for a loss of 8. Miller, the lone setback. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. On is Nick Novak now for the Texans field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they had great field position, but a three-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a three-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds Hearns left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And just like that, it's third down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 16 on the pickup, and the Jags are going to have a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now this time Bortles will throw. This will be caught at about the 5. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Myers able to knock it through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Flag 58, flag. There we go. Flag 58, where?
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
There we go. 390.
Bortles to throw on second down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 13 and also a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bortles. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Miller, the man in motion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll set up a throw. And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. The 13 yards that time at a first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll look to throw again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Jalen Ramsey's evaluation coming out of college, there wasn't a single position he couldn't play in the secondary. What do you think of what you're seeing from him so far with the way he's defending today?
He's been excellent. It's what he showed at Florida State. Multiple pass deflections now in this game, and there's no doubt he's going to be a star in this league.
I agree with you totally. I think he's going to just keep getting better, and before long, we'll see him make plays at corner and at safety.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second down following the run. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Deep drop. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a first down following that long gain. And they'll run it here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Bortles to throw on second down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Miller, the lone setback. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
To throw now on 1st down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. He hits the first-year man, Will Fuller. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because You've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Jags' new signee from Denver, Malik Jackson, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Leopard! Leopard!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. Simple slant route, and partner, a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
All right, now look at 56.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Back to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And at his size, he's a smaller back. He can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd and short.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now they send a running back in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On play action, now Bortles. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He sets to fire deep. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A really nice gain at 25 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Bortles finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They come out here in the eye. Here's Bohannon, the fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Officially a game. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Cutback, left sideline. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Miller, the lone setback. Back to throw. Shakes off the sack. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And now out come the Jags. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal. And now the rookie's free. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They get 31. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Down to a knee for the Jags.